Hi there, guys. This is Cassandra. I'm a Riffle in Time. I'm so glad you're here. I'm a little sick, but I'm a lot excited, so I'm here anyways. I am doing, actually I haven't done like an unboxing walkthrough vibe in a while, so I decided I was really excited about this deck and I'm gonna do it. So today we are doing a deck for Wonder Walking. This is one that came on my radar, I feel like last year, during that kind of like crazy time I was having. So I wrote it down on a piece of paper, I put it in my Notion, I had it like written a couple places and just kind of lost it in the swing of things. And it was like a couple weeks ago, I saw a picture of it and I was like, oh yeah, oh yeah. I got really excited again. And I actually ended up just ordering it for the shop. It was my intention anyways. I loved the concept of it. So this deck is already like my type, very my type. I have like two types. I have my like nature, watercolor, especially vibe that I really love. And then I have like my funky weird decks. So this is my nature watercolor vibe. But what I really like about this deck is that it really leans into the nature and also like this creative inspiration vibe. So the deck itself comes in this really, really lovely magnetic box. You know, I'm a lot of things for a magnetic box, let's just say. It's gorgeous. Now, the deck itself doesn't come with like a full printout guidebook, but it does come with not only this, we'll take a look at in a second, but it comes with a little scanny here. This will get you to a lot of things actually, which was really, really cool. It comes with like the ebook of like the guidebook, but it also comes with, there's like a 5-day little course. It's like another little book, and it's like a walkthrough of how to do a wonder walk. And then it comes with a couple podcast episodes. Like there's actually some other stuff that's going on. And it has the audiobook if you would prefer for the Explorer's Journal, which is really cool. But yeah, it comes with like, it'll tell you in the thing. But it also, in the box, comes with a lovely, you know I love me, a little fold out. I love my kind of accordion. But it explains how to use this deck. So for beginners or advanced Wonder Walkers, then we have the different cards in the different realms. And then here it shows you the little realms. And then you have actually like, you'll go to each individual card. And it's like, so fairy worlds is one of the cards. Imagine magical fairy worlds in your nature encounters. What would your childlike wonder unveil? And so there's like a little questiony with each. And then here's like an example of your little mini travel log that obviously you wouldn't write on this one, but there is an actual like print out of the guidebook. Like you can get a physical copy, and I'm gonna have to because I'm just obsessed. It's like the ebook is the version of it, but it's like a 200 and something page. And I was like looking at it, and I went into the website and I started looking at the actual book. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna need this. I love a good good trusty golden edge. This isn't that like sharp plasticky one. This is like the gold kind of it's not glittery exactly. I hope you know what I mean. It's smoothed, and it's a good rose petal, not too sticky though. I don't know if you've ever had the Roots and Wings. The first edition of Roots and Wings was pretty sticky. The second edition, completely fine. Definitely like not sticky anymore. So if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But we'll do actually a little flip through of the cards now, and I will keep, hopefully, I'll keep you in focus here. I really love the kind of, it feels like I go on a journey just looking at the cards itself without adding the nature into it, without doing the actual wonder walk. There is, it kind of shifts through and back again. like these different colorways. And I really, oh my gosh, this is synesthesia. Yeah. There's just little layers into each card. You won't maybe notice something at first, but then your eye finds it. I found myself kind of wonder walking through the cards and exploring the little things I can see. You know, I'll find a little bird I didn't know was there. Or a bird that I knew was there. But these are absolutely gorgeous. I think even just if I were to do this as, actually, I'll show you in a minute, a kind of creative inspiration, like maybe watercolor with this deck. Something I've been doing recently is doing art for the cards that I pull. I do like a 5 little minute sketch or what have you. I actually used this deck and did a little 5 minute that I'll show you here in a minute. But if all I used it for was like aesthetically, I would still be very pleased, let alone the like reflective, like actual oracle of it all, because it does have that, like, just even in the little pamphlet, it has the little reflective, mindful moment. I think it'd be really cool too to use this as maybe like pair your own meetings with, like, what does this make you feel? And then like go from there. I don't know. I hope you understand I love to do a good explore. But each of the cards is like it's obviously they're all watercolor, but they all feel so different, but somehow like still cohesive. I feel like I'm journeying, which is exactly the point. Which is exactly the point. I love when it does exactly what it's supposed to do. Oh, I love him. He's so cute. I'm sorry that you're looking at my ugly nails right now. But the gorgeous cards are in the way, hopefully enough. Oh, and the last. I love this one. And then we're back again. So the cards are beautiful, obviously. What I did today, actually, I pulled a card. Oh, where are you? I'm so sorry. I won't sing to you, I promise. So today I pulled Story. And I did, I have oil pastel under here, but I did a little thing. Obviously, in 5 minutes, I mean, never could I do this, but hey, it was inspired. And so one of the things I want to do is continue to do that. I think even just as like a template to kind of explore with watercolors, it's going to be really fun. But what I want to do instead, so today we pulled Story. So which realm is that in? I love how the colorways, because it was so funny. I put this deck, I shuffled it obviously to pull a card, and then I had to put it back in order to show you because I was so excited. But I actually, without even focusing on this, had separated them into piles to put them back in and to find that like literally the realms are specifically colored. So there's the physical realm, which is wonder and curiosity. I wonder if you can see that while I read. The creative realm, which is magic making. The inner realm, which is truth finding. And the influence realm, which is secret garden. So, let's get our card back. Let's get Story back. Now, Story, you are going to be in our physical realm because of our colorways there. We have, what stories, real or imagined, can you weave about what you are seeing? See, that honestly, that's so funny because that's like my idea is like looking at them and seeing what I can see. What I want to do as well, I think will be kind of cool. I have the e-book, like the actual guidebook up. Let's see. Because it explains to you how to do a wonder walk, what to bring on it. It explains, like goes into the enchantments and everything. But let's go page 37. The one thing I will say, I really do love how to have a physical book in my hands. I can't help myself. Okay, and I needed to go back to the physical realm. What am I doing? Gone too far. But each one has like its own little page. And if you were to have the physical one, there would be a spot to journal like in the book. So I might actually have trouble writing in a book so beautiful. Okay, let's go to story. Ha ha ha, we're here. Okay, so your explorer notes, there's a spot for that. Story. What stories, real or imagined, can you weave about what you're seeing? The land pulses with the stories of its inhabitants, past, present, and future. Every time I step outside, I weave my own narrative threads into this infinite tapestry tale. In the past, before we learned to read and write and live disconnected from our environments, we told, sang, and danced stories of our own lands, to remember how much we depended on it for our survival. We told the story of plants and wildlife, of celestial skies, and we told magical tales of enchanted beasts and journeys to faraway realms. This card invites us to remember a lost time, when our stories intertwine intimately with the lands, and what reconnecting in such a way again would mean to us. Interpretations. Folk tales, stories of people in their lands, myth-making, song lines, history, legend, or narrative, allegory, fairy tale, or fable. Realm symbolism. Wonder and curiosity, the physical realm. Corresponding symbolisms. Earth, materiality, sensation. Ask, how does a story walk? Engage your senses. So observe this on your wonder walk. The purpose of a storied wonder walk is to observe if narratives make your walks more wondrous and engaging. Would a place be more memorable if you spun a tale around the encounter? Would you connect deeper with a place or a walk if you knew more about how it came to be? Observe if anything on your walk reminds you of a fairy tale, myth, or urban legend you might have heard in a childhood or since. Notice if you intuitively associate any physical elements in your environment with a fairy tale, like the woods with Hansel and Gretel, or rolling hills with the Lord of the Rings. Observe when a place ignites a sense of curiosity for its many tales. Activities to try. A storybook walk. Explore a walk inspired by your favorite storybook. Spend a day picnicking and exploring caves like your favorite adventure books. Find your very own secret garden or Alice in Wonderland experiences where you live. Explore your own version of Middle-earth or Mordor. Alternatively, arrange for a trip to a dream location that feels right out of a storybook, a medieval town, a castle, misty mountains, etc. Ponder how the story influences the walking experience. What do you notice more or less? Is there a blurred line between fantasy and reality? Heritage site adventure. Plan a dream adventure to a famous cultural or world heritage site. Stay with the locals, immerse yourself in the rituals, beliefs, and culture. Get familiar with their history and mythology at a local museum. Observe how your story immersion colors your experience of the place. Are your senses more attuned to your surroundings? Is the imagination fired up? Journal your feelings and discoveries. And then a storied walk. We have research your favorite place to walk, where you live at the local library or natural history museum. Look up old maps and photographs to reference how it used to look. Pay attention to stories about past inhabitants, as well as myths and folk tales about the place. Take your usual wonder walk. How has it changed your experience of the place? What are you more sensitive to? Journal your feelings and thoughts. Buzzing with ideas or enjoyed a story activity recently? Record them below. And then this is like a journal space about asking what stories or folks or myths come up for you on this walk. What do you think you're meant to learn? What storybook or mythical place do you often imagine your walks taking you in? Why do you think you're drawn to imagining these places? And then does the myth, folklore, or history behind a place change the experience? And it also gives you related cards to look at, which I think is really cool. And so off of that one little card, we have like 3 different kind of activities that we can try, which was the storybook walk, the heritage site adventure, or the storied walk. We have a ton of considerations to do. And again, this is not even like just the 500 other things I feel like I could do with it. I think this is why I'm so excited about it. I think this is like such a unique concept. And when I find decks like that have such a like specific thing of its own, I'm so delighted. I'm so delighted. I will have to do a walk and let you know how it goes. I think it's really cool to think about, especially the storied walk, whereas like I have the trail I go on frequently to see if I can find any information about what it used to be and how it came to be, and anything that would be kind of cool to see more. But I do know that when I go even on trails and stuff, I love to read, like there'll be like little things you can read about the like local plant and wildlife and stuff, and I always really like, it makes it so much cooler to me. So I'm very excited about that. But even in the way that's like, I think it could be a really cool experience creatively to inspire me to learn more in watercolors, which, I mean, I think that is, again, even at its like not intended level, is really cool. I would love to as well find like my own, it's kind of like how people find their own keywords that they like to go with like different cards, like tarot decks. Kind of what would story mean in the divinatory sense? Like maybe what story, like say I pulled it today, what story am I telling myself that is not helping me? What story do I tell myself that is? What kind of story, or kind of when someone talks about me in like the future, like if my son tells somebody about his mom, what story do I want him to be able to tell? Like what actions do I want to be taking that would make that a good story? I don't know. I feel like I can riff off anything. So I feel like this deck is just a delightful pair for me. I wanted to see, there was, here. How to go on a creative adventure. So this is that 5-day mini course I was telling you about. Does your artist soul need a little recharge? This is a 5-day mini e-course to help you start planning your creative adventure. It's my favorite way to re-inspire my art. Start with day 1 and go from there. Don't forget to download both the ebook and its companion walking audiobook. How cool is that? And I'm pretty sure that's still, I downloaded that on my phone. You're on my phone. I wanted to see how large that file was, like how many pages that is. I can't remember. Let me see if I can open it again. Still 46 pages, a 46-page ebook for this like 5-day course that walks you through how would you like to adventure, how long can you go away, what calls to you, how shall you explore, assemble your explorer kit, ponder the questions, and going exploring. And then the epilogue, what have I discovered? So it like walks you through literally what a wonder walk is and a creative adventure. And sold. I'll buy it again. I hope you loved that as much as I did. I know this is a 48 walking card deck with a pocket field guide by Amy T. Wan, and your magic awaits.